Why buying a freehold home is the best investment you can make right now? Yep, we're there again. Stay tuned to this week's episode of Prime Property. Promise you, it'll be worth it. Good day, Toronto. Welcome to another episode of Prime Property TV. So glad you could join us here. The fiance and I are in full swing wedding planning right now. Check out this wicked welcome board we just made. It's pretty good. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you one of the things I can do right now that's going to be the best investment ever. And that's hitting the like button and subscribing to the Prime Property channel, because you're going to get wicked real estate investment tips and tricks just like the one I'm going to talk to you about today, okay? So as many of you know, the freehold market in Toronto has been suffering, is probably a good word, mainly the detaches ever since the foreign buyer tax was introduced in 2017, about 2 years ago. Now, it's the softest the freehold market has ever been in the past 10 years, but that doesn't mean the market is soft. It just means that there's been a lot more focus geared towards the condo sector of the market, because that's what's affordable. But here's a chart I'm going to put over here to show you the number of transactions that's taken place in the first 6 months of 2019. Now, why I'm showing you this is because the numbers of transactions for everything across the board has gone up from 2018, except the condo market. Now, this means a lot of people have already been following my advice on upgrading their existing home from a condo to a freehold, because that's a really good opportunity. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. But this is not the reason why you should be buying a freehold right now, because the reason is, have a look at this chart. You see here, the biggest gap between a condo and a house in 2017 was $700,000. 700. Now in 2019, that gap has shrank to $450,000. Yeah, right? That's because the condo prices have gone up and the detached prices have gone down with a mix of all the other things that's happening around the market. The gap has never been this small. Now you couple that with the fact that Toronto is going to double its population in 2040, and there's basically no more land in GTA to be building a lot of detached homes. This gap ain't shrinking for much longer. I can promise you that. And here's some more information for you guys to kind of digest, showing you another chart of the the percentage change in the transactions since 2018. You can see here that the number of condos, the demand for it is actually negative, okay? Meaning there's less transactions since 2018. This isn't to say that condos aren't selling, and trust me, they're selling really fast still. It means to indicate that the more expensive asset class, being the freehold, semis, towns, and the detached specifically, is going through a significant growth. Despite the mortgage stress tests, it's actually seeing double-digit growth. I ultimately attribute the start of this shift to the shrinking gap in the price of the detached and the condo. With so many people being able to sell their condo they got 5-6 years ago for a much higher price than they thought, and being able to buy a detached at a much lower price than they thought, this is one of the best times you're going to hit in the last 5 years to be moving up, upgrading into detached. Our inventory really hasn't changed that much, and we don't build enough detaches for the amount of people that's coming into the city. So at some point, we're probably going to run out, and the prices are going to continue to grow, because the demand is going to continue to grow for the detached homes specifically. Now, that's probably sooner than you probably think. Maybe we got 1, 2, maybe 3 years. Now, the months of inventory of the detaches as of July that just passed for the stats is actually the highest that we've seen, meaning there is some supply right now, but this is going to change in the future, like I've been saying this whole video. That's why for any of you out there right now that has ever aspired to own a freehold house in Toronto, now is the time. The opportunity is right now. Especially if you own a condo. The ability to upgrade while the gap is the smallest is going to be the best investment you can make right now for you, okay? I promise you that. And if this is something that you want to do, make sure you give me a call. I'll leave my contacts on the screen right here for you. I'll leave you guys with one final note. This year, I fully expect the Liberal government during the federal election to be pandering to the millennials, because they are the largest real estate buyers and also the largest voters of this year. And they're talking about removing the stress test. Think about what that's going to do to the real estate market if they take that off. It's going to go nuts. Keep that in mind. Until next time, happy real estating. Now that you're done watching this one, how about this one? Oh, you know what? This one's good too. Ooh, this one's really good. You know what? Just watch them both.